Hello, lovelies. It's Emily here today to share a new piece with you. I hope you and yours are doing well. Please do all the things like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share. I appreciate all your continued support, and I hope you've been enjoying my work thus far. Today's piece is titled, Given Life, Taken Death. A very existence depends on one thing. Fragility, insecurities, uncertainties can depend on it. Strengths, character, and outlook on life can hinge with its power. It's given in a breath and taken with another, to be dashed upon the shores of defeat, to be raised to the heavens. It can hold every kindness the heart will ever need, as well as every damaging force, both imaginable and unimaginable, creating the feeling of not being able to take anything more or being willing to climb the next set and face the next challenge. Why, how, when, where? What gives such power, such ability to build up and tear down? The mind can't block them, nor can the heart. Once inside or out, in the air, they strike their desired target for better or worse. For to make whom they were, who they are, who they will be, come to fruition. For what does a very existence depend on? What is this supernatural thing for which we can be made to want to live life or welcome death? It is nothing more powerful than this. It's in a word. Hello, lovelies. It's Emily here again to spend a little bit of time with you. Today's piece will be titled, In the Day. One more is all I need, to do so much that everyone needs of me. To wash the clothes, then make sure they dry. To cooking meals for my beloved family to try. To go after my dreams of writing great works. To make sure I'm there for all the things that don't seem to work. My friends may need a helping hand. My pets need walks to be petted and groomed on demand. My attention divided into so many slices for everyone to eat. My time now gone, I think of everyone but me. Just one more is all I truly need. To do so much more, some things just for me. To sit back and relax for just a bit, to watch a show or movie or laugh like a nitwit, to read a book or work on an art piece, to feel like I have a moment now to breathe, to meditate one moment at a time, just to truly feel like my mind can unwind. Yes, just one more hour in a day is all I'm asking for. Some time for me to be me. For myself, only one small indulgence to look for. Hello, lovelies. This is Emily here today to share a new piece with you. I hope you and yours are doing well. Today's piece is titled, To Settle from Flight. The need calls to us all. We take to the sky in uncomfortable numbers. Clouds swirl through the air, fluttering wings generate a sonic hum that can be heard for miles around. The autumn months compel motion. September and October is when we begin our motion, moving across the world, seeking the warmth of lands seemingly untouched by harshness, barren, and frozen wastelands. The streaks of black, orange, and white creates a theme of passing time, or rather reaching a time in a cycle that has happened more than anyone could ever remember. By November, we arrive. We stay in the tropical lands clustered together for warmth, mating, and bonding purposes. We eat sweet nectar, abundant and fresh. We bathe in warmly cool waters. We live a life unburdened by the threat of what the cold can do. What the cold does to all it touches when it's allowed to take grip on our past world, 2, 3, 4, or more generations gather from the corners of the world to partake in the breath of life in the lands we settle in for the time being, escaping where we're from. Some months go by, December, January, February, all pass in this fashion. The lives and deaths of our existence have come and gone. The world where we are is now changing to what we left behind. It's now time for our next return. It's time to rewind and head back to the land we came from. The land's now emerging from the grip of cold, snow, and winter's lifeless gaze. Once more streaks form across the sky in black, orange, and white. This sight lets others know that life returns to reclaim what was once lost. By March, most are here and there in the corners of the world again. June and July complete the cycle, and the need to move on to better lands has dissipated. We are home again. It's time for now to partake in the sunshine, enjoy the breeze, to go from flower to flower, to hang like leaves from newly budding trees. We move, but always return in time. Only that will tell. When the sense of change calls us again, we will recognize the only thought through flight we can settle. Hello, lovelies. This is Emily. Hope you're all doing well today. I hope you've been enjoying your spooky season. I know it's coming to an end and it's such a bummer because who doesn't enjoy celebrating a little spookiness every once in a while? So I hope you enjoy. Dark corners. Alone, walking down a barely lit street, walking faster and faster. Something is coming up behind. Run. Why is there a need to run, but nowhere to hide? Every corner is darker than the last. Each one feels like a force and a hand waiting to reach out and grab whatever comes running by, looking for safety, only to be led into even greater danger than what is coming up from behind. Reach for the light, must get to the light, but will the light be safe? Will the light scare away the darkness? Only the one coming from behind knows. Disappearing. I walked down my hall and then I was gone. I could see them, my friends, my family, looking pained, looking for me with tears in their eyes. I yell out over and over, why can't they hear me? I'm right in front of them. They say they can feel me as if I was still around, but I am still around. All I did was walk down my hallway, and then I was in the dark, only seeing a pinpoint of light in the distance. They asked themselves, why did I have to go? Why did I disappear? All I can say as I whisper in their ears, I don't know. Dress it up. This is all we need to do. Let's comb the hair so that it's still silky looking. All we need is a bit of makeup and some nice clothes to help the look. Lay them by the windows. The smell will go out and not linger in the air within the room. Wash and dry the skin when needed so that it still looks clean and hydrated. Only let them be seen when needed, if at all. Face them away from any light and never leave them placed close to the doors. We didn't want their hearts to stop again. Night lights. There they are again, shining into my home like the eyes of some unknown force, a creature lurking beyond, waiting for what? I don't know. Ever since that night when they followed me as I was driving home, I thought I lost them. I thought I made it into the safety of my home, behind my locked door, but they still come for the past many nights. They follow me from room to room. I can't get any rest. Who or what is this behind those lights that continue to freak me out, shining through my windows in the middle of the night? Tonight I knew they were coming for me as they shone through the frosted window on my front door. I hear something coming from the lights tonight. A voice is calling. It's saying, "Come to me." Why do I feel like I should do what the lights say? Paranormal. Am I really paranormal? I mean, I don't eat or sleep. I don't even breathe anymore. I try to communicate with those around me, but they act as if I don't even exist. I scare so many of them, just trying to get their attention. Who knew knocking over a cup or writing on a foggy window or mirror would make them run and scream? I'm not paranormal. I'm just trying to say hi, get help, maybe make a friend in my new state of being. Is it so wrong for my life to go on even if I have passed on? I don't think so. The reading. I found the diary so long ago. The writer told the story of their experience. Years ago, by as joys and sorrows come and go, I never knew anyone could go through some of these events. Occurrences that seemed to last for years of one's life. They tried ignoring, denial, even acceptance, but nothing seemed to work. This was an interesting story. I don't believe in their words, or at least I didn't in the beginning. Now, I too have had years of my life stolen by something I don't understand, yet others tell me to let go of the book, but I can't. I just can't. What am I hearing? There it is again. I just don't know what it is. There could be a rational reason for it, like the tap is dripping or the house is settling, but I just don't think that's what it is. I was only hearing it at night in the beginning, but now I hear it all the time. It's like it follows me everywhere I go. If I'm at home, and now when I'm outside of the home, I hear it so much now that it's like I can't even see the sound. I just want it to stop. I just want to be normal again. Can you help me? Can you free me from this living nightmare? Hello, lovelies. It's Emily. Thanks for stopping by and sharing some time with me today. I hope you and yours are doing well. I hope your week is treating you well. I hope your month is going well thus far. And I hope you all are, shining with much love and doing all the good things. I hope you all enjoyed today's piece. It's titled Shattered. So many pieces shattered upon the floor, mirrors reflecting an action, a face, a personality. How did they come to be there? Was it due to fun, a party, a joyous occasion, everyone having a good time, and whoops, laughter is now being heard? It's no problem, no harm, no foul. Was it due to anger, an impulse that can't be contained? An object now flies through the air and stops in time, but only when it hits something that can stop it. Why now are these surfaces where they are? The action of how is no longer important. What is important is now that they are there, what purpose do they serve? When the cleanup takes place, what do you see in the shards, the prisms of light created flowing through them? Do you see a positivity in your reflection from this, or are there negatives that you now behold? Will this happen again? Will the world be shown to you only through more broken pieces on the floor, or is once enough to be taken in? Hello, lovelies. It's Emily. Thank you again for stopping by and sharing some time with me today. I hope you and yours are doing well. Today's piece will be titled Genuine Artificial. To be a face on the outside, while on the inside you have none. To hold close the values of caring for another, while in reality you could care less. To say the words that come from the heart as if they were true, when in truth, the heart you carry is small, weak, and cold while still trying to be inside of you. To kiss, hold, caress with soft hands, to interact with others, to keep and make all sorts of extrovert-like plans. To do all the things a warm heart would normally do, when in truth, to play the role, to do what the world expects is what you've really been taught to do. Have you ever really cared for another? Does your heart even beat? If ever real tears fall from your eyes, do they taste salty and bittersweet? Have you ever had a feeling of truth, or does the concept elude you, leaving you alone and removed? If you have ever had a true emotion, what did it do to you? Continue to play the part, to wear the face, to say the words, to take part. In every way, eventually, the time will come when those around you will finally see that you have nothing to give except a false self, phony and petty. Thus, you will be called out on your genuine acts of artificial love at every turn. In time, this will happen, and when things are thrown back in your face, it will truly burn. Hello, lovelies. It's Emily here again to spend some time with you today. I hope you and yours are doing well. Today's piece is titled, Clearing the Path. The mind is a jumbled mess of pain and anguish. The heart needs the mind to be free. The mind locks its doors from the inside, unwilling to let the heart correctly beat. The heart knocks on the doors of the mind, asking for its help to feel. From the inside, the mind yells, "Go away. To feel only brings me more ills." The heart yells back, "Let me help you. Let me in. We can fix this together. I know where to begin." The mind opens the door to the heart, and that's all it needs to clear out the pain, the fear, the torment that this poor mind chooses to hold deep. In time, the heart clears the mind, leading it to feel joy once again. The heart and mind are now connected, no more obstacles to withstand. They work as one team. The beats match the rhythms of the thoughts now being made. The person within whom they reside can now feel whole once again. Yet, we all must face this struggle. It's up to us if we will face it alone or together. Hello, lovelies. It's Emily. I hope you've been enjoying your spooky season. I'm so sorry to see it come to an end. I know this is many people's favorite time of the year, as is mine. Holiday season in general, but I do also enjoy Halloween very much. I hope you enjoy my 2 series. It's a collection of little cute, little silly Halloween shorts, and I hope you all enjoy it. My Monster Neighbors, Mr. Black. I met my new neighbor today. He's not very talkative. I wonder if he gets really hot in the cloak he wears. I bet that blade of his is great for catching things like fish or birds maybe. I wonder why he keeps pointing and what at. Is there something on me? In my hair? On my teeth maybe? I turned on the porch light tonight and he's still out there on my lawn. I better go see what he wants. Maybe he'll finally tell me. Mr. Waterman. I met my new neighbor today. He's a big guy to say the least. Very tall, very wide. I noticed he was very concerned about his home's water pressure as he checked the taps outside. He seems to be a bit of a homebody. He's not seen much around town. Oh wait, he just called me. He wants me to come over and water the plants. He has to take a trip, he said, to the shore. Mrs. Wolf. I met my new neighbor today. She's a very dapper dame, always in that fur coat. It's so nice, that silver and gray. I brought out my best silver dishes and utensils during lunch, and she never touched it. She looked nervous or maybe annoyed as I pointed out the moon will be beautiful and it's full this evening. I feel bad though. As she went home, all the dogs she passed barked in her direction. I think she barked back. Weird. But I still love that fur coat on her. I'll ask where she got it. Mrs. Gorgon. I met my new neighbor today. A very nice single lady. She told me she always has trouble keeping a boyfriend. She has interesting taste in lawn decor. So many figures of little stone men. Her movements are different. I think she's a fan of snakes. I think she has some as pets. I wonder why she always covers her eyes. Maybe her eyes are sensitive to light or something. I think I'll go see what she's done with the place. I mean, she did invite me over. Wow, this is an interesting doormat. Don't turn to stone. The Blast. I finally met my new neighbors last night. It was a dinner party. I never knew anyone could be so pale and still be alive. I will say the black decor in the home was a bit morbid, but great to promote sleep. They seemed to be big on red wine. They kept offering me some, but it smelled a bit funny, so I turned it down. I never knew capes were a thing. Are they a thing? They spoke so amazingly, like they lived many lifetimes. They were having fun all the way until dawn, and then I took my leave. I hope to see them again. Maybe we can go out one day for a proper wine tasting. I need to help them with their taste palette. The Bundles. I met my new neighbors today. They were very nice, if not a bit wound up. They must be newlyweds, seeing how they were holding each other so tightly. Their look is interesting, very bandage-centered. Maybe they work in the medical field? They too, like other neighbors, are very touchy. Hands always outstretched, ready for a shake. It's nice to see. The only thing I would say is I hope they can get settled and cleaned off soon. They left a trail of dust from my house to theirs. The Franks. I just met my new neighbors. They seem very nice, if not a little scattered around. Every part of them is well made and very well put together. They seem like the loud and proud type. I invited them over, but forgot to tell them it was for a bonfire party. The husband went a bit crazy and ran around screaming for some reason. Overall, they seemed like a lot of fun. I'll totally invite them over again. Oh, I better get this hand they left behind back to them again. The Ones. Today I met my new neighbors. They seem very grouchy. They're all quite tall and strong. They reminded me of characters out of Greek myths. They have clubs and poor depth perception. I think they may need glasses, to be honest. They roar instead of speaking, but I look forward to learning their ways. They are very live-off-the-land types, but I will say they are a bit clumsy too. I hope the next time they gather, they will remember to fill in their footprint craters. The Sisters. Today I met my new neighbors. They were pretty odd. I've never seen women who look so different yet so alike. I found out they were sisters, a set of triplets. They were very pretty and inviting, but with a wicked edge to them. Very cool. In their house was a big pot of some kind that we all stood around as we got to know each other. They asked me if I'd like to know my future, but I declined. They only wanted to tell me the bad things. I don't know why. I tried the soup they made. I think it was pea or something like it. It was green. I hope it was made out of snow peas, my favorite. I left feeling a bit weird, off, and a bit changed, I guess. But it was what I call an overall magical experience. The Stones. Today I met my new neighbors. They seemed really rigid and hard as a rock for some reason. I asked them their names and they said, "Why do you need them?" They really like to hang out around their house at night. They just stand around like statues and stare. It's kind of creepy, if you ask me. They seem to run inside at dawn. Their yawns, I swear, sound like roars, or maybe it's their laughter. I think I'll keep checking in on them. They act like beings out of time and from another world. The Walkers. Tonight I met my new neighbors. They are a very touchy-feely bunch. Always ready to give a hug and smile. Boy, do they show a lot of teeth when they smile. I do feel for them though. Their clothes are all in tatters and they're all skin and bones, which is kind of funny watching them eat all the time. They must have been in accidents or something. There were so many broken bones and bruises they picked at. I tried to ask them about it, but they seemed really out of it. Maybe I'll be a good neighbor and bring them some raisins. They were asking for. It was raisins, right? Mr. Dye. Well, this month has been very grand indeed. I met so many new and interesting people. I'm glad they're willing to get to know me too. It's hard moving from place to place and always being the new guy in town, seeing how I always have to grow back. But I think now, here in this place, I have nothing more to worry about. Not only can I keep an eye on everyone around me due to my growing number of heads, but I think I've grown too big to get into a fight and lose. Hello there, lovelies. I hope you all are having a good day. This is Emily. Thank you for stopping by and sharing some time with me today. I hope you all are enjoying your month thus far, your week, your day. Thank you once again for all your continued support, and I hope you enjoy. Today's piece is titled, At the Door. I awoke to static. It was quite loud from the TV's volume being up too high after the movie. I looked at the clock as my eyes cleared from the haze blur. It was 2 a.m. I guess I obviously fell asleep some time ago. I turned off the TV, and just as the screen went dark, a crack of lightning lit up the room. It was raining outside. Not storming, but a steady, heavy rain, the kind you can clearly hear on the windows and roof as it pounds the surfaces, and when things are quiet. I decided to make my way up to my bed as I yawned repeatedly. I needed to resume my deep sleep since I was so tired I could barely keep my eyes open. As I passed by the front door on my way to the stairs, there was a strange sound coming from the other side of the door, the outside of the door. It wasn't a knocking sound. It wasn't even a sound of rain pounding a surface. The noise I heard was soft, quiet, and steady and strong. It was on the door as if like a drumming of some kind. The sound unnerved me. Being so late, and with the weather being the way it currently was, every scary scene came to mind as I stood there in the dark by my front door. Axe murderers, knife-wielding dolls, glove psychos from our nightmares that want to eat your liver with beans and a fine wine. The sound eventually became lost to my ears and the mind as my imagination took hold of my every thought. Eventually I came out of my scary fantasies and back to reality, that I was home alone, it's dark and rainy, it's late at night, and there is that sound again. That is freaking me out. I slowly make my way over to the door, placing my hands and left ear up against it. The sound, still very much there, was making me shake uncontrollably, without just fear but anticipation of what it belonged to. I looked out the peephole to see nothing in front of my eyes. Should I open the door? Can I bring myself to open the door? Well, here goes. Thank you for listening. I hope my words as we go along both inspire and make you smile. For more of my content, you can also find me on Patreon, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. The links will be down below. Stay blessed and let's grow together. Much love to you all.